Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about taking a gauge. So I have a foolproof way of doing this. So for those of you who maybe don't feel so confident about doing this yourself, normally would have us at least double check it for you, whatever. This is kind of a foolproof way. So I'm going to show you how to do it, but then I'm also going to show you how to take a photograph of your gauge and send it to me to check should you feel the need to do that. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my work and I'm going to slide it down onto the cord. You can also take it right off the needle, whichever one is easier for you. If you're on a straight needle, you probably want to take it off. Okay, then I'm going to flip it over. I actually want the pearl side facing, or what you probably would call the pearl side facing. That allows me to unroll the sides gently without stretching it in any way and to get an accurate gauge. Now to do this, you're going to need to know exactly how many stitches you had casted on. In my case, I did 20 stitches. I'm then going to take one of these handy dandy gauge checks and I'm going to line the edge up, gently unrolling one side just like that. Okay, you see that? And I put my thumb there to hold it in place. I'm not stretching, I'm just unrolling, and then I'm going to put this one down, I'm going to hold it there too. All right, so it looks like I'm at 3.75 right on the button, 3.75. So when you do this, I want you to take it as close to the 1/8 of an inch as you can. An 1/8 of an inch is 0.125, just so you know that. Next, what you're going to do is take the number of stitches that you had casted on, in my case 20, and divide it by the total width of the piece. That's going to give you your stitches per inch. Now most patterns are going to give you 4-inch gauges, so they'll say 20 stitches to 4 inches or 22 stitches to 4 inches. So take your per inch gauge and go ahead and multiply by 4. You can then compare that number to the number on your pattern. Okay, if the number on your pattern is something else, if it's 2 inches or 3 inches, it's kind of rare, but if it's there, then just multiply by that number instead of 4. Should you find that you need a larger number of stitches per your 4 inches, you will go down in needle size. That is correct. I'm not misspeaking. If you need a larger number, you go down in needle size. If you need a smaller number, you go up in needle size. The general rule of thumb is for every 1 stitch per 4 inches that you need, you're going to adjust by 1 needle size. Okay, so if you're getting 19 stitches per 4 inches and you need 20, that means you need a larger number. So you're going to go down in needle sizes. You need a difference of 1 stitch per 4 inches, so you will go down a total of 1 needle size. You will need to regauge. That's just a rule of thumb and it's just an average. It is not foolproof. Okay, should you feel very uncomfortable taking your gauge, you can send me a photograph to skainshelp@gmail.com. What I want you to do is take your gauge check in your window, and you'll see that I am not using the top inch or the bottom inch of my 4-inch gauge. Please be sure you have 4 inches. I'm going to line up this red bar here. Do you see that? Okay, I'm lining that up right there along a column of stitches. A stitch looks like a V. So in this case, this is a stitch. So I'm going right to the left edge of those, and then the bottom is right along a row of V's. Okay, that's the best way for me to take a gauge. If you can come close to that, I can probably make the gauge work, but the better you get, the more accurate the gauge I send you. Okay, I hope that this helps you feel a little more confident. Have a great day and happy knitting.